So today we will start another new topic, and this is also related to motion in a plane, and that is this projectile motion. So this is a very important topic, and so till date we have talked about the motion in the linear motion into different direction, and then the motion in a plane. So in one-dimensional case, if we are taking this is the direction of motion, and here this velocity is let's say the initial velocity is v naught, and after some time, after time t, this velocity becomes v, and that object is moving. This object is moving with a constant acceleration a. So this was the case in our linear motion, and we have three equations of motion, that v is equal to u plus at, and this is v naught, and that is that displacement s is equal to v naught t plus half at square, and then this is v naught square, it is equal to this v square is equal to v naught square plus 2as. So these are the three equations of motion in the case where object is moving along x-axis. This is the linear motion. Second, we have taken another motion where we are throwing that object in the upward direction with the initial velocity. Let's say that again that initial velocity is v naught, but the direction is in place of that x-axis, and the direction is along y-axis, and that acceleration due to gravity, this is as working along a negative axis in the direction, the downward direction, and after time t, let's say this velocity is v, then we have the equations of motion like this. This v is equal to u naught minus, because of this opposite direction of this z, this was equal to z multiplied by t, and then we have taken this as a height, and is equal to v naught t minus half zt squared, and then v square is equal to v naught square plus minus 2gh. So these are three equations of motion in the upward direction, and this is the three equations of motion in the parallel to the surface of our along x-axis. Now we will talk about that motion which is neither along x-axis or y-axis. Then we are just throwing that object along this direction. This is that object with an angle of theta. And that initial velocity is still that is v naught. So that object is being thrown along this direction, neither x-axis nor y-axis, but along that theta which is subtended. Remember that this theta is from the horizontal, from this x-axis. Then we will consider such type of equations, and we will derive such type of equations in this type of motion. So for this, so here this v naught, this is now with an angle theta subtended from x-axis, and g is still in action, and this is in the downward direction. Okay, so in such type of cases we have to take two components. Again, this is a planar motion, so when we talk about that planar motion, then we consider that x-axis and y-axis in separately. So we will take this velocity v along x-axis and along y-axis. So we will take that component. So along x-axis, its component is v naught x, and this is equal to, this is v naught cos theta. So this is the component of vector. This is in the vector form. So this is the component of vector v naught x. Along x-axis, this will be v naught cos theta. So towards this theta, we take this cos theta, and that along y-axis, this is v naught y, and this v naught y is equal to v naught y. This is equal to v naught sine theta. So this x-axis and this is the y-axis. Now let us write the different components along x-axis and y-axis. So let us have, this is along x-axis, and second we will write by comparing along y-axis. So along y-axis. So initially, let's say the initial velocity along x-axis, that is v naught x. This will be equal to v naught cos theta. This is initial velocity along x-axis, and initial velocity along y-axis, that is v naught y. It is equivalent to v naught sin theta. So v naught x is equivalent to v naught cos theta, v naught y, that is equivalent to v naught sin theta. Give initial velocity. Now the acceleration. So this ax along x-axis. Along x-axis there is no acceleration. Along x-axis there is no acceleration. So this ax is equivalent to 0. And along y-axis, this ay, this is equivalent to minus z. In the y-axis, this z is effective, so not toward this positive, so this is minus z. That is clear? So along x-axis, this is the x component, and along y-axis, this is the y component, and this acceleration is 0 along x-axis. There is no acceleration, but along y-axis there is one acceleration which is in the downward direction. So we will take this as minus, this minus z. Now we can calculate that velocity after time t separately along y and x-axis. So the velocity of object or body after time t, we will use the formula that what was that v is equal to, so that v is equal to v naught plus at. This is the formula for linear motion. So we will use this formula along x-axis as well as along y-axis. So along x-axis, what will be the result? This is vx, and this vx is equivalent to the initial velocity is what? This is v naught cos theta, and there is no acceleration, so obviously there will be 0 term here. Okay, and here along this will be vy is equal to, the initial velocity is that v naught sin theta, and there is acceleration due to gravity with minus sign, so this is g multiplied by t. Okay, now let us see the difference. Along x-axis there is no effect of time. No time change means initial velocity along x-axis will be always constant because there is no acceleration. But along y-axis the velocity will be changed. This is the physics, because there is that time terms with this minus z. So this will reduce. This minus sign is here, so that velocity will reduce. Means this will be constant, but that velocity along y-axis, that will be decreased during time. Now the next is the data displacement. Second equation we will use. So we can calculate the displacement after time t by using the second equation of motion. But that is that displacement s is equal to that v naught t plus half h square. There is a second equation of motion, so we will use the second equation of motion now. So along x-axis, this is x is equal. Now put this in place of this v naught, we have to write v naught cos theta, that initial velocity. So this is v naught cos theta multiplied by t. But there is no acceleration, so next term will be, it is 0. Okay, second side, the y-axis, we can write this is equal to y, it is equal to that initial velocity v naught is here, that is v naught y, so this is v naught sin theta multiplied by t and this a is with that is g, so that is half z t square. Okay, so you can give this as equation number 1, this is equation number 2, this is equation number 3, this is equation number 4. यहाँ तक क्लियर है? क्लियर यहाँ तक है ना? हमने क्या किया? This is that initial velocity with an angle theta along x-axis towards this x-axis. We have taken the components along x-axis and y-axis. This is v cos theta, v sin theta, and then we have separately written that initial velocity and that effective acceleration. So along x-axis there is no acceleration, along y-axis there is minus z. Now we are just using two equations of motion and getting that the velocity after time t along x-axis and along y-axis, and that displacement along x-axis and displacement along y-axis by putting this initial value. Now we will derive the equation of path कि ये कौन सा डायरेक्शन पे ये पर्टिकुलर बॉडी जो है वो मोमेंट करेगा. So we can calculate that equation of path. So equation of path can be, so the equation of path so this is actually the relation between x and y. So we have to derive one relation between x and y. So then in this x and y, one common term, and that is this time t. अगर इसको हम किसी तरह से eliminate कर दें, then we have that equation of motion. So from equation 3, this is a relation of x and y. So this is from equation 3. What we have this time t, this is equal to x by v naught cos theta. Okay, and now we will use this equation 4. So now from equation 4, what we have,
sin theta into t plus
that is y is equal to v naught sin theta t minus half gt square. So we will put this time t here. So this is v naught sin theta multiplied by x upon v naught cos theta. Okay, minus half z, and t is equal to, that is x by v naught cos theta square. Okay. So this v naught will be cancelled out. And this is x tan theta minus half z x square by v naught square cos square. This is that equation. So this is the equation of path. So in order to derive that equation of path, just we have to take that t is equal to x upon v naught cos theta, and we will put this for the y. So we have to derive anyhow the relation between x and y. So जो x and y जो रहता है वो actually that gives that equation of path. अब इस equation of path से let us find out the physics. So this is just the equation of a parabola. This is the equation of parabola. This is Newton for you. parabolic path. So this parabolic path is what? Let us see. यहाँ तक हो गया? ये अगर कंप्लीट हो गया फिर मैं इस पैराबोलिक पाथ को फिर ड्रा करता हूँ.
Yes, sir.
Is complete? So that parabolic path is actually like this. So the equation is actually the equation of parabola. So what was the equation? That y it is equal to x tan theta. This was the first term minus half z x square by v naught square cos square theta. This is the equation. This is the equation of parabola. So the path is, this will start from a constant velocity and the path is like this. You can imagine this path. जब हमें कोई बॉल जब यहाँ से ऐसे फेंकते हैं, बॉल हम फेंकते हैं, तो बॉल जो है पहले कांस्टेंट वेलोसिटी तक कांस्टेंट हाइट तक जाता है और हाइट तक जाने के बाद नीचे ड्रॉप होता है. दैट पाथ इज एक्चुअली दैट पैराबोलिक पाथ. सो लेट अस सी हियर दिस x component is always constant because there is no acceleration and I have told है ना कि x component में कोई वेरिएशन नहीं है. मींस here this is a v naught cos theta. Obviously here that will be, this is v naught cos theta. And here also that v naught cos theta, and at the top point, this is the top point. So if this is the top point, at the top point this is also that v naught cos theta everywhere. But along y-axis, this is here. This will be changed. The effect of g will can be observed. So here this is v naught cos theta initially, but in this point that will be that v naught after time t, what will be that? Minus zt. So this is v naught sin theta minus zt. So with t, z will be effective. So that velocity y component will be reduced. तो ये जो y वाला जो component होगा, ये y वाला component धीरे धीरे reduce होते हुए यहाँ तक, this particular point, that v naught here, that v naught vy, that vy will be 0 in this point. Get the point? ये क्या हो रहा है? X axis that will be always constant, but y axis जो है वो धीरे धीरे reduce होगा. Reduce होते होते इस maximum point पर, at this maximum point that y component will be 0, and after that x component will be always this, that body x component is again v naught cos theta. There is no change, but now in this point the acceleration due to gravity, this will be positive. So this is now v naught sin theta plus zt. Okay, and here in this point again this v naught cos theta, this is constant, and here this is the t is increasing, so that velocity will increase. If then this is at the ground, then the velocity will be 0 because of impact of our earth ground. If there is no boundary, then this will come down to that. तुम किसी ट्रक पर खड़ा होकर कोई फेंक रहे हो, है ना, तो वो तो पैराबोलिक पाथ फॉलो करेगा, और पैराबोलिक पाथ फॉलो करने के बाद फिर यहाँ तक आने के बाद फिर ये नीचे भी जा सकता है अगर वैल्यू में पर्टिकुलर हाइट पे हो. Okay, so this is that path of that body, that object, and this is that equation of this particular path. तो यहाँ पर एक चीज है फिजिक्स ये है कि जब भी ऐसा कोई ऑब्जेक्ट है कांस्टेंट वेलोसिटी विद थीटा एंगल्स अगर आपने अगर फेंका तो एक पैराबोलिक पाथ फॉलो करता है जिसमें x कंपोनेंट दैट विल बी ऑलवेज कांस्टेंट और y कंपोनेंट सक्सेसिवली रिड्यूस होता है, इन डिक्रीज होता है. डिक्रीज होते होते एक पर्टिकुलर हाइट तक, दैट इज नोन एज द मैक्सिमम हाइट, that y component is 0. There is no y component. Y component is 0. When because of this x component ये further आगे बढ़ेगा और उसके बाद फिर ये वापस आना शुरू हो जाएगा. जब वापस आएगा अब इसकी वेलोसिटी जो है वो बढ़ना शुरू हो जाएगा. Why? Because यहाँ पर ये जो g है that g is with minus sign. This because of this minus sign it is reducing, and here this g is with plus sign. नीचे आना शुरू हो गया बॉडी, तो प्लस साइन की वजह से now this is that velocity will increase. So velocity increase होते होते वापस यहाँ पे पहुँच जाएगा. So in this particular point again, what you will have this v naught cos theta, that is same y ले सकते हैं, but the original velocity that v naught will be same, and here that is v naught, and this angle is minus. If this angle is theta positive, then this is with a minus theta. Now we can calculate the total time taken, and this height h. We can calculate this h maximum height, this one. Total time, कितना टाइम यहाँ से वहाँ तक आने में लेता है, and even this range we can calculate this range. So first let us calculate the total time. Okay, so the total time.
2 मिनट होने वाला है.
This is range. So first let us calculate the time of flight. This is t. This is total time taken by the body to reach the ground after projectile motion. In this case, वर्टिकल अगर फेंक रहे हैं तो ऊपर जाकर के नीचे आता है, दैट इज द टाइम ऑफ फ्लाइट. जितने टाइम तक वो हवा में रहता है वापस ग्राउंड स्टेट पे आता है, दैट इज द टाइम ऑफ फ्लाइट. सो इन दिस प्रोजेक्टाइल मोशन द टोटल टाइम यहाँ से स्टार्ट करके, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम दिस पॉइंट coming back to this point, so the total time taken from here to here, that is t. यहाँ से यहाँ तक आने में t लग रहा है, यहाँ से यहाँ तक आने में t लग रहा है, so that total time t, so that t, it is, this can be written as equal to 2 multiplied by t, where t is the time taken by body to reach the maximum height. So this time t, this is that total time taken by that body to reach maximum height, this maximum height, top. Okay, so at the maximum height, the y component of velocity is 0, but the x component of velocity is as it is. हमने हर बार कहा है कि x component में कोई change नहीं आएगा because there is no acceleration. Y component becomes 0. So at maximum height, the y component is becomes becomes 0. So y component जो है वो y component becomes 0. So we use that first equation. So by using first equation,
v sin theta
by using the equation that Vy it's equal to V naught y plus AT AYT. I should write AYT along y-axis. So along y-axis, this is Vy V naught y plus AYT. And by putting this, Vy is what? This Vy is just Vy, which is 0 at maximum height. At maximum height, that Vy it is equal to 0. So So put the other terms. So this implies Vy is 0. This is equal to, what's about this V naught y?
V naught sin theta. Sin.
This is V naught sin theta. And what's about this z? This is ay, this is minus z multiplied by t. So this implies that t, it is equal to V naught sin theta by z. Therefore, the total time of flight, I should write just a time. The time of flight t, this is equal to 2t. So this t, it is equal to, so this t, that is equal to 2 V naught sin theta by t. Just 2 times t. T is here, this is V naught sin theta, so this is 2 times V naught sin theta by t. This is the total time of flight. Now let us derive the maximum height reached. The maximum height Okay, so let us calculate this maximum height reached. This is maximum. This again we will take the same condition. Here this Vy, that y component is 0. We are not taking care of this x component. Just y component is 0. We use this one, and we have to use the third equation of motion now. So this is the h is this is the maximum height reached by projected body. So at maximum height that Vy is equal to 0. So by using third equation of motion along y-axis. Again along y-axis we use that third equation of motion. So here that will be Vy square, it is equal to V naught y square plus 2ay multiplied by y. So this y component, this is y component, this is y, everywhere this y component. And in this case that Vy it is equal to 0 at maximum height. This Vy is equal to 0, and V naught y it is equal to V naught sin theta, and ay this is minus z, and y we are taking h maximum. Okay, let us put this value in this equation. So here this will be 0. And this V naught y is
V naught square.
V naught square sin square theta minus 2g h maxima. So h maxima, so this h maxima is so at maxima this is equal to V naught square sin square theta by 2g. इसको याद करने का सिंपल तरीका ये है कि कंपोनेंट तुम्हारे दिमाग में थोड़ा सा रहना चाहिए और ये इक्वेशन रहना चाहिए, है ना. So this is 0, just you have to calculate this for this. So this 2g, that will be at denominator, and at numerator that is with sin theta. But in that case of that time t, you have to use that first equation. Again that dy is 0, so there will be one single term and calculate it for time, and you have to multiply that with 2, because that time t, this is the time taken by that body to reach maximum height. Okay, so 2 times over, so just you have to multiply. So this is that maximum height reached v naught square sin square theta plus 2g. Now we have to calculate this range. Range is हो गया. So the third is range R, projectile motion. This range is R is defined as the multiplication of that Vx along x-axis and the total time of, so this is the x component of velocity multiplied by total time of flight. तो यहाँ से यहाँ तक आने में ऑब्जेक्ट को टोटल टाइम कैपिटल टी लग रहा है, और हम इस वेलोसिटी अलोंग एक्स एक्सिस वाले जो वेलोसिटी है उसको मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं, तो दैट वेलोसिटी मल्टीप्लाइड बाय टाइम इज लेंथ. सो दिस आर कैन बी कैलकुलेटेड. सो एक्स कंपोनेंट ऑफ दिस वेलोसिटी इज इक्वल टू दैट, दिस इज v naught cos theta, and what's about this total time of flight, that is capital T, and this is equal to v naught cos theta multiplied by, this is 2 sin theta by z. ठीक है ना, कैपिटल T. v naught लिखा क्या?
2 v naught sin theta upon g.
So this is 2 v naught sin theta by z. v naught sin theta, that component, and t के लिए हमने सॉल्व किया था. So this is 2 v naught sin theta by this, then this is v naught square, and this is 2 sin theta cos theta by z, and by using this trigonometric 2 sin theta cos theta can be written as sin 2 theta. So this range R is equal to v naught square is sin 2 theta by g. Here we are using that 2 sin theta cos theta, that is equal to sin 2 theta. Okay, so this is the range. So in case of this theta, if you are taking this theta is equal to 45, then what will be the result? Sin 90. So that maximum range is equal to v naught square by g. Okay, so this is the case. Now use this first before calculating this. ये डेरिवेशन एक बार देख लो अच्छे से स्टार्टिंग. कौन सा डेरिवेशन के लिए क्या किया गया? फर्स्ट डेरिवेशन we just use the first equation of motion along y-axis and just multiply it by 2, because along y-axis this y component is 0, so the total time of flight from 2 times per day. At maximum height we are using third equation of motion, again by considering the same condition, at maximum height that y component is 0, and in third calculation we are taking this x component multiplied by total time of flight, and in this particular derivation that mathematics is okay. So calculate it. Thank you.